Hey guys, today I want to bring you 10 tips, 10 things you can start doing today to help your dog calm down and live a happier, healthier, and longer life. So I don't want to take much of your time, so let's really get into it. Oh, that was good. I don't even know where that went. Yeah, good girl. I'll find that later apparently. So the first thing that you can do to really start teaching your dog how to be calm is to reward your dog anytime they're calm. So Miss Tilly here has been laying down, chilling out, just chillaxing. I don't know for how long, but she has been just laying down, being calm on the bed. So periodically you'll see me reward her just for staying on the bed and being calm. She's not up, she's not, running around on the bed crazy. She's not doing spins, she's not barking at me. She's just laying down and chilling out. This is exactly what I want. And I don't even need this bed to really do this. I just need to pay attention to any time they're laying down and calm. Good. And I just need to reward that. Sometimes it can be really hard to do this, especially when, it's so easy to ignore our dogs when they're doing something good. But we need to work on that and maybe just have a Tupperware container of food, treats, just value that your dog finds valuable, and have that on your coffee table so that anytime you notice your dog is sleeping, laying down, being calm, then you can reward that. The next step you can really take to kind of supercharge your dog's calmness is by incorporating a little bit of mental exercise. So how I do this is by anytime my dog goes in their crate, or sometimes even after a training session, I will give my dogs a Kong or a lick mat. And you can buy both of these on Amazon and at pet stores. They're super, super inexpensive until you get to the point where you need more and more and more. But you can gradually get more as you get comfortable with training your dog. So what this does is the act of licking from the lick mat or licking the peanut butter from your Kong, and the act of chewing the Kong instinctively calms your dog down. So you're able to teach your dog how to calm down without really doing much. I mean, you're handing them a Kong or a lick mat and that's it. You're leaving the house or going away or doing some other thing. One of the things that I really like to do, good girl, is to anytime I leave the house, I put my dogs in their crate and they get a Kong. So they're getting some kind of mental exercise even when I'm not home. And this is fantastic for you to do to help kind of build your dog's resilience to calmness. The third thing that you can do is crate your dog when you cannot fully pay attention to them. So we want to practice good behaviors. We want our dogs to rehearse the things that we want, and we want to prevent the things we don't want. So one easy way to prevent this is by putting them away so that they are in a safe place that they can't, and we are preventing those bad things from happening. So what I do specifically for Tilly, who is new addition to our home, she has a crate in our living room, and anytime I can't fully watch her, or honestly I just don't want to train, I want to break for a little bit, I'll pop her in her crate. Sometimes I'll give her a Kong or a chew toy or something to help her calm down. Sometimes it's just nap time, so she doesn't really get anything. And I'll go and do my stuff. Maybe I'll watch TV or just give myself that break that I need. Maybe I'll finish cooking dinner. And right there with cooking dinner, I am preventing her from stealing food off the counter. I'm preventing her from running around the house like crazy. I'm preventing her from jumping on me. I'm preventing so many undesirable behaviors that some dogs tend to do if they have too much free access and you can't fully watch them. The fourth thing that I would highly, highly recommend is teaching your dog a place command. So honestly, you can use whatever word you want. Go to bed, go to your spot, place, climb, anything like that. For Tilly, it is climb, and she knows that whenever I tell her to climb or go in her crate, that is the place that she needs to go. By doing this, it's kind of the same as crating your dog, except it's open and they have more choices to choose to be here. The fifth thing, am I on number 5? I lost count. But the fifth thing that you can do for your dog is give them a long-lasting chew. So one of my favorite things to give my dogs is Benebones. And you can get them on Chewy. I think you can get them on Amazon, and they're pretty inexpensive and they honestly last forever. And this girl right here is a really aggressive chewer. Honestly, all of my dogs are highly aggressive chewers. So if they have lasted through 4 highly aggressive chewers, then I'm almost positive they'll last through anything. Don't quote me on that though. But like I said before with the crate, if you give your dog a long-lasting chew in their crate or on their place, or even if you allow it and you are okay with it, you can give it to them while they're laying on the couch. The act of chewing, like I've said previously, naturally calms your dog down. So it is a way for them to get that extra energy out that they may have pent up somewhere in their body, and it's already just calming them down, getting ready to maybe go to sleep or just take a nap, or honestly just lay down and rest. So it's super important for them. The sixth thing that can really benefit yourself as your dog's owner is by knowing their genetics. So if you have a mixed breed, maybe you rescued from a shelter, the best thing you could ever do for yourself and your dog is to get a DNA test. This way you would be able to, find out their top 3 breeds is probably what I would recommend. And unless you're like my dog and have 11 breeds mixed in, but I would probably recommend the top 3 to 5 breeds, and then look up those breeds on the AKC website. This website can give you so many just about information about that breed that your dog is, and then you can start to figure out the exercise requirements that they need. Sometimes if your dog is severely under exercised, then it's impossible for them to be able to calm down. So sometimes your dog just needs 1 or 2 games of fetch a day, Klein, to be able to rest and have a naturally calm state. And that's perfectly okay. It's just you have to know the breed that you have. Number 7 would be to improve your dog's confidence. So if you have a dog who's insecure and is worried about random noises, good, that could be happening in just day-to-day life, or if an emergency happens and you have to break routine, then this can cause severe behavioral problems for your dog. They can maybe start to have separation anxiety, reactivity, aggression, all of these bad behaviors none of us want. And how we start to do this is by playing confidence games. One of my favorite things to do with my dog is by putting a bunch of empty soda cans, maybe tinfoil, bottles, plastic bottles, or anything that is safe for dogs, or you can cover the top in the instance of cans, and you just put it in a bucket or a box or whatever you have, and then you sprinkle your dog's food and let them make the noise. So the noise, no, Tilly, come on, good girl. The noise will instinctively be terrifying, because who wants a lot of loud noise right by their head and right by their ears? But they're continually being reinforced because they're eating their dinner. So this has always been one of my favorite, easiest ways to train my dog, is with the noise bucket. Number 8 is, once your dog gets proficient enough to be able to stay on their boundary for somewhat extended time, then it would be to have your dog on their boundary while you work. And then you could just reinforce intermittently, kind of like I've been doing throughout this whole video. So, good. So what you're teaching is duration on the boundary, which can eventually translate to, watching a whole TV show, or cooking for 2 hours, or having guests over for 4 hours, and your dog is able to remain on the boundary, calm as ever and happy as could be, while you don't have to worry about them too much. So this is really important. If you're even able to do this while you're watching TV, maybe have your dog on a boundary, lay down on the couch, and just reward intermittently, and then release your dog off the boundary. That would be another easy thing that you could do as well. We never want to push our dogs way too hard or, stretch them to a point of overexhaustion or just too much. So tip number 9 is to know your dog's bucket level. Think of everyone having a bucket that has a hole in the bottom, and what goes into the bucket is both good stress and bad stress. So that mailman that scared your dog and that walk that your dog thoroughly enjoyed both pay into your dog's bucket. And if the bucket overflows, then you tend to have, these aggression or reactivity or just complete chaos that can happen because they have been too overstimulated. They have too much stress on their body. So always be aware of your dog's bucket level. Make sure that if they seem to be getting kind of to the point where their bucket could be overflowing, maybe they're acting out a little bit, give them some mandatory rest time, maybe by putting them in their crate or just giving them a long-lasting chew on their boundary, or giving them some mandatory rest time is a really good way to explain it. Tip number 10 is going to be part of your life here on out. So it is practice DMT. So what this means is distraction, mark, yes, treat. So I'm not sure what that distraction was, but it caused her to sit up from her down position. So I marked it with a yes, and I treated. That was actually a perfect example. Thank you, baby. So that's honestly it. That's all you have to do. Anytime your dog hears wind rustling, your significant other comes into the house, you drop something on the floor, anything, literally anything. You can DMT anything that your dog finds a distraction. Yes. That was a distraction because it was different. It was out of the ordinary. So when you have the trash truck driving by your house and it's causing so much commotion, you can DMT this. It will build your dog's confidence, and it will teach them that the appropriate response is no response. It takes some time. Do not think that this is as easy as it is with her, who has been practicing DMT her whole life. Good. So it takes time. I will have more videos on this in the future, but as of now, these 10 tips are some things that you can start doing today to train your dog to be more calm. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could please hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed. If you really enjoyed, please share this so that more people can see this and teach their dog how to be calm and figure out that calmness is actually really important in our dogs' lives. Again, I put new videos out every Thursday. I know today is Saturday, but I put new videos out on YouTube on Thursdays. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and keep on training.